Hello everyone, welcome to the Lost Caverns of Ixalan draft. It's finally live on Magic Arena. If you wish, you can get very brief introductory videos in this playlist, where I explain the archetypes, mechanics, and so forth. And today, let's learn the draft format. And join me in learning this because I was unfortunate to miss the pre-release due to COVID, and now I have to learn without real paper cards and from Magic Arena alone. I've done some arena drafts, has been fun so far, medium successful. Let's see how this goes. What have I tried so far? I've tried mono black control, I've tried blue-red artifacts, blue-white artifacts, and red-white tap mid-range, which was a lot of fun. And yeah, let's see. So, our rare is the Merfolk card. It's a bit weird because Merfolk is not really a tribe. I mean, it's tribe, but it's not really a tribal topic. So I don't think there is much payoff for picking many Merfolks. But if you don't draw this rare, you have a problem. I'm a fan of the Dreadmaw, which is huge dinosaur late game. Akawali is the archetype card for green-black, getting stuff into the graveyard. I also like that a lot. This is a nice card for the red-white tap deck. Death Touch 2-drop is also always nice. It's a difficult pick, I think. Do I want to commit into dinosaurs or into graveyard stuff? I think, since I've often announced that I'm a huge fan of Golgari grave stuff, I'll just go for it. Oh, this is a nice card. First I thought it is a card only for the sacrifice deck, but in reality it triggers also when opponents' things die, and that makes it a huge card. Also, the Cave Crawler is a very nice. I haven't tried the Explorer's Cage, looks interesting. The black 2-drops are awesome. I like all the land cyclers, but this rare is just very, very good. Let's do that. We get a small Wrath effect, which is actually fine in this format because there's a lot of token stuff going on, and black has edict effects, which get a lot better if you can get rid of tokens beforehand. There are... But none of the black cards are really extraordinary. It's a decent green card. So there seems to be a lot of white. Maybe we want to pick some white here. I like the landmark. I like the toad for the 3 permanents it immediately brings. I also like the creatures. Sort of... I think I'll go for the white 1-drop artifact here. And so, from the side we get a mediocre removal spell, mediocre 2-drop, and a land cycler. Always like those. There are more land cyclers in this pack. There are no real signs here. Echo of Dusk is the only remaining black card. I don't think that that's what we're going for. Iceberg is also very nice. I think I go for the salmon. Can imagine playing white, and that will be useful then. So there's the black land cycler. I could pick land cyclers all day, it seems. This equipment is kind of nice. Easy way to trigger Descent if you need it. This is also a very nice card, but all a bit on the clunky side, and nothing is really insane. The Idol has done very good stuff. Shock and a Bone Splitter is a very nice thing, even though if both sides are a little overcosted. Oh well, at the moment I'm just happy with picking land cyclers. Maybe we find something like the reanimation spell, which for 5 reanimates something, and that's it. Explore twice, I think. Would be very nice. So this pack suggests that black is open after all. Deadweight is a really, really premium removal spell in the set, I think. Deathcap Marionette is also very, very nice. Echo of Dusk and Offering are at least playable. Cave is nice. But yeah, I'll take the deadweight here. Ooh. That's also quite a decently big common dinosaur. Green also seems to be open. Maybe our detour into white ends here and we just take the huge dinosaur and we see if we can return to Golgari as we initially intended. Question mark. This is okayish, but I think I'd rather pick the X-Jaw. Because it does seem to me that it has really, really interesting stats. So at the moment we would assume that we don't play the Landmark and the Land Cycler. We can play the Land Cycler again if we want to splash. It's interesting that the Gem Guard tables, but I think the booster was kind of white in any case. There is a green removal spell, which is a very decent one, so let's pick that. Recursion spell with Discover is also kind of nice, but Discover is like Cascade, sometimes a trap, because Discover 4 doesn't mean that you really get something valuable. You might also get the 1-drop or something and be unhappy. So 2 of the really nice black things table. I think the Death Toucher that fills the grave is a higher priority. This was the pack where we picked our first white card, and there are still white cards left, so white isn't entirely blocked. We could still go there, but at the moment I don't really see it coming. And pick random card that fills the graveyard. I pick a Land Cycler because if we want to do splashy things, then we can do that. Oh, that's a very late Isle, but red is definitely a color that we don't have any, holy shit, anything to do with. So person drafting next to us, Ortals, can be very happy about the red cards. Ooh, that's the Black Tarmogoyf, isn't it? That's really nice. That's a huge card. I mean, the extra casting cost is not for free, so it's not really also only Tarmogoyf, but it also means that it's Tarmogoyf with a head start. And you can, after all, sacrifice a land to get it into play if you play it late, or discard a card that you want in the graveyard if you play it early. So I think this is a very, very nice card. Interesting other stuff. If you can enable this by means of having small creatures that are worth sacrificing, this is a very cool card. There's also another deadweight. The spider can be very nice. This is also playable. Yeah, let's see if something of interest tables. This is the Witness. Raccoon. Painted raccoon. Interesting stuff. Coty Scavenger. Yeah, this is a very good card and exactly what we want. There's another Merfolk enchantment. The first found its new home, so somebody will be very happy drafting Merfolk. Here's another removal spell. We don't have many removals. We might want to be on the lookout. There's another removal, but I think the Witness is just too important in this scenario. This is the reanimation spell. I think this is what we want. This is the huge payoff for land cyclers. The Ram Sorcery is also very nice. Also looks fine. We're not doing the dinosaur thing. The Dart Frog is really cool. but I want defossilization. Hey, this is wasn't this a Futurama thing? Reverse fossilization to turn the toaster back into a raccoon. I think we can reenact Futurama with this deck, which makes me very happy. So let's discuss this pick first and then do some sorting down here. This is a Grizzly Bear. This is quite a decent card. This is also quite impressive. Do we need small creatures that we want to sacrifice? Not necessarily, but this might change. But at the moment I think I want to pick this one. I think one in the main deck is always fine. In best of 3 I would value them even higher because they're nice sideboarding action. So I'll make a pile of removals and a pile of non-creature stuff. And we see that we're not very deep into the removal business. This is Mesmeric Fiend on a much improved body. We'll take this. And since there is not much more of interest, we can continue sorting. So I think we can see defossilize as a creature, because on turn 5 we will have something in the graveyard by means of milling or things that have died or whatever. Which means we have 2 removal spells, which are not really hard removal. We have some kind of business, and we still need stuff. So unfortunately there is not much coming from the other side, so people might have gone down our alley, which is very sad. This would be a removal spell, although a very expensive one, but it is a permanent which has also cycling, which means it does trigger descent. Minecart. No clue how good this is. And there is a black cave. I think for the time being, since we are low on removal, I'll take the boulder, but I'll be happy to cut it from the deck. There's another one of these flyers, but I think I won't play more than one. That would be a hard removal, but it's sorcery speed 5 mana, and there would be an edict. I think I'm down for the edict. It is also borderline playable. It's solid stats and graveyard hate, which is not too irrelevant in this set. So here's my pack again. 2 playables have come around. I think we'll take another Deadweight, which is just such a good card, being relevant for descent and slowing down opponents early game. And also another Final Strike, that's kind of nice. Capybara, yay! Cutest card in the set. We're not doing that. So far this looks like a fine grindy deck. Attach spotlights to dinosaur. Sounds like a good idea. But we might need some more verve. The Evangelist. That's a decent card. We might consider picking it and splashing it. Although we do have the second Scavenger, which might be better. There's also a Frog. Graveyard filling card. And another Tithing Blade. We do have the 1 land cycler already. I don't know if that card is good enough to... I think it is. Let's try. Who are you? Oh, this one. This is too expensive for us. There's a nice statted dinosaur. Necrosage providing nice sacrifice fodder. Another chance is also nice, but I don't want to pick it that highly. I think just picking the Colossal Dactyl is what we want. Oh, the rare land that splashes our another rare, that's cool. Another Akawali is of course also interesting, to say the least. I hope that some of these spiders might table, and I picked the fixing land. I mean, it turns into a llama, what's not to laugh about this? So I probably won't play this. The journal. That's a decent card. Yeah, I mean, let's take this. This is a fight spell, right? It's a nice one. There we have some average stuff. X-Jaw. Yeah, let's take a fight spell. I think then we are decently supplied with removal. If you descend it, put a +1/+1 counter. I don't think that's... No, if that's the thing that we're going for. We could also take Akawali, the snail. Another X-Jaw or in the presence. We don't have that much filling left to go, but I think second Akawali is also very nice. For trample with upside is also kind of good. We might not need the Pilgrim. There's another chance, but we do have Coty and Journal already, so I don't value it that highly this time. I think I just go for the Black Cave. Yeah, guess that's fine. Another Presence of the Ages. That's, I think, what we're going for. We're not playing any of these. Maybe we play another Capybara. Capybara? Somebody that wears a cap? No? Yeah. Mana fixing in cave form is just fine. So, concluding, I think we were not the only ones drafting black green. Not much. Not that many things tabled. At the end of Booster 1 there was kind of open red and white. But also, I also think that we are not entirely wrong to draft this. So we need 5 cuts. If we splash, we will rather play the Sandwing, so we might need 6 cuts. Let's have a look. Creatures 17, non-creatures 12, so we have to do some cuts in the non-creature segment. So Runaway Boulder I think is outdated. We have managed to find better removal. Our removal is double Dead Weight, double Final Strike, Tithing Blade and Fight Spell, which looks about right. Defossilize is really rather a creature. In the presence fills our graveyard and we don't have much that does so, so we need the presence. We might not have enough stuff to sacrifice. So that would leave us, if we count this as a creature, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's okay-ish. Maybe we would need another cut. But maybe also not. So, creatures. This is safe in, this is also safe in, this is also safe in. Kibibara are cute, but maybe we don't need two. This is our splash. Is our splash worth it? Produces a token, flying token on ETB, which looks very cute, and another of those on dying, which is massive sacrifice fodder. But is this really good enough? The journal is happy about the card. The Soul Cleaver is happy about the card. Is this really worth it? I mean, it is a very nice card, but our deck did not really evolve into a direction that is... I mean, we cannot really use the Battle Cry, I think. But then again, we also picked a fixing that really makes this a free-to-play thing. Yeah, also we want the Land Cycler for the Defossilize in any case, so I think we can keep the splash. So these are two Land Cyclers, so these are things that can happen in round 2, although they are of course not. Creatures, I would rather put them down here if Arena wasn't so stupid. I'm not a huge fan of the Screaming Phantom. I think we could cut this one. Scavenger is really, really good. Kawali is nice. Don't think that we need the Inquisitor. X-Jaw is really good. This is really good. This might be good. And this is really good. So when we cut those, we could cut another land because we have 2 Land Cyclers and this is still Magic Arena best of 1. So yeah, I think cutting a land would be okay. Yeah, the tricky thing about the Land Cyclers is that they cost double of the color. So this means if I play only 1 plains, then I can be in the embarrassing situation that I have the plains already, but still cannot play it. With 2 plains, I mean, then at least I can do something. When I have 1 plains I can cycle for the second, when I have 2 plains I can play it. So I think we just cut a swamp. And then we are somehow good to go. Okay, let's look for an opponent and for a bottle of water. Last in, first out. Found a bottle of water. Alright, so what do we have here? We have white mana and our splash. And clunky stuff, let's try. Lantern with a glowing mushroom. Okay, cute card. We're facing dinosaurs, the only real tribal deck in this set. So, if nothing impressive happens, we'll play In the Presence of Ages next round. We are not going to. Okay, I think we can label this as something has changed. We need to get rid of this quickly. And that's 3 for 5. Please don't play the 4-5. That would be too much for me to handle at the moment. No, it's a bit bad that we missed the land drop and the opponent played a very aggressive curve. That was a bit difficult. Ew. So is this the end of the Evangelist as we know it? No, it isn't. Oh, black 1-drop is nice, so let's try to find a swap. Yes! Unfortunately we only get one thing. Not many permanents in the graveyard. And now let's swing for 4. Yeah, this is kind of decent. So we do attack, and then we play sacrifice a permanent, sacrifice this token, have a huge monster and a cute monster, and we're good to go. Explorer's Cache. Ah, finally, I can see what this card actually does. So this is growing. The torch is sacrificed. It does sound like a trap to me. If they have a +3/+3, then Souls of the Last is very unhappy. But if they don't have anything, they are dead on the board, so I think let's just see how they can avoid our lethal backswing. Not at all. Great. Alright, so I guess Spirit of the Lost, which is not... I lied, I have to admit. Spirit of the Lost is not Tarmogoyf. It's much easier than Tarmogoyf. I mean, it does have an additional cost, but it does not grow on behalf of different creature or different card types, but simply as a function of number of permanent cards in the graveyard, which is much easier to achieve, I think. At least in a usual limited environment, if we put aside delirium sets, it would have been difficult to get 6/7 Tarmogoyf, but 6 permanents in the graveyard was really not that much of an issue. So this hand is awkward, but we do have the Souls of the Last, to which we can just... COVID melted my brain, it seems. Into which we can discard a green 5-drop, which we cannot play in any case, or green 2-drop, which the same holds true. If we draw another land, we can also play the Evangelist. if we draw Forest, the sand is very good. We don't do that, okay. Then let's just play this with discard a card. So if we draw a Forest, then we have better things to do than playing the Capybara. Sorry, Capybara. Let's see. Alright, we are playing against blue-white artifact shenanigans. And we have an intention. And we should really draw either green mana or something that we can play for black mana. Yeah. Welcome to the land cycling awkwardness. We are far from being able to play it, yet the second planes doesn't get us anywhere, but still I'm happy that I included the second planes, because if we cycle this end of turn, we still have the chance to top deck the reanimation spell and be able to cast it, which would give us a 3/5 double explore flyer that gives 3 life, which would be great. So for our land base seems a bit awkward, but then again, even if I play monocolored aggro decks with 15 lands, my land base looks awkward on an arena, so not overrating this. Come to me, second planes. It's rather laggy. Don't know if the lag is on my side, on my opponent's side, or generally on arena's side. I would always assume the latter. Hooray! Another green card. That's bad. Yeah, we cannot do anything about this. Have to wait for our mana. November Rain Commander. Rain ASMR. Great. We also managed to draw all lands. That would be kind of remarkable. And great and stuff. Another green card, of course. It's remarkable that... I mean, I could draw black cards. Why do I keep drawing green cards when I need green mana? This is a card that we will need a removal for. That's a really, really good card. Yes, this is green mana. I understand you, Arena. Next time, be more precise. Well, it's better than another green card. Let's admit it. Okay, so what are we going to do with this? I think we're pretty much dead. Walking doesn't get us anywhere. I guess we have to try. Would have been good if it grew. That's what she said. Still. They've been so good. All these lands. Now they're there. This is such a Murphy's Law game. It's terrible. At least we now have a 4/6 Sandwing, which means that the Levitator cannot get free attacks. To lift up the Gem Guard for free. Something went right for a change. Do we have any means to get rid of this? I think we're done. I think we can rightfully call it defeated by Arena Shuffler. Oh, it buffs all the other creatures. Interesting. But that's not what we're going for at the moment. So if they don't have another removal, we might be able to stabilize with the Reach Dinosaur. Nice artwork, by the way. That would be still okay. So then we have to block and jump. So if this one survives this combat, I will concede. This is our last chance to get rid of that. Okay. So, all the answers versus Arena Shuffler. That's not good. I mean, I cannot expect to have perfect mana in this 3-color deck, but yeah. Drawing only green cards when looking for green mana, and then having 2 lands on top when my Explore needs not a land on top. It's a chain of really unlucky events. Because if we have managed to fight away the 1/4 flyer at this point, we wouldn't have had any trouble. This looks like an okay hand. There is again 1 mana color missing, but we do have In the Presence of Ages that can potentially get us another color. We have a 2-drop that we can play before. It's an instant. It's an instant! Well then, Capybara will check out the opponent's bathtub. Quite comfy. So very slow start for my opponent into a very good creature. Let's find something. That's good. We want this. And probably we want an extra for ourselves. Had I known that before, would I have done anything differently? Maybe not. Yeah. Let's first play the extra. Stall. Do we want the Tithing Blade? I think... We only have 1 black mana, so if we keep the Tithing Blade, we can only play 1 spell next round. But then again, Tithing Blade is bound to be a good one against him. Yeah, I think it's fine to leave that. I don't think I need to block this. Okay, let's see. looks about okay, I guess. As always, Plains is a rather awkward draw. I think I want to shrink this, play this, and next round be able to do something with Descent. Or something like that. I think what we are going to do is play this, sacrificing maybe it Plains rather. We don't need no, we don't need and then we can attack with both and apply some pressure. We can now even use our land cycler as a combat trick. If his 5/5 attacks, we could cycle this to pump our Souls of the Lost. No, so we're not going to do that anymore. Then we get a backswing for 9. First I was afraid. This is bad news. Didn't expect to have 2 removal spells up my ass. And I get the punishment for sacrificing the land, of course. Alright, we can do ground defense with a marionette. We can do air defense with a sandwing. If we use the marionette, we can also use the journal to draw cards. Yeah, let's first draw some cards. Removal spell might be better. So our opponent is tapped out, so let's do that now. In any case, if our opponent has another removal, then we're just dead. But it looks as if they didn't have. That's good. This board, this gem guard doesn't look as frightening. We still have a chance here. Oh, defossilize. That's a goodie. 6 mana at our disposal. Really regret discarding the plains. We can have a huge Cavern Stomper, but since new foes have arrived, which are airborne, we rather go for the Sunwing. Ah, this doesn't cost mana, right? We can of course sacrifice this. I should have done this before. Oh, come on! That's your top deck? This way I ain't dead yet. At least I do have the journal, which is a really good card against all these pacifism effects. I can now defossilize and death touch creature, which does look convincing. That's 6. What's the other line that I could go for? Defossilize could go on one of the big boys. But I want the flying creature. Yeah. I think we're going to do this. I think I do have enough cards in my graveyard already. Alright, so that problem solved. Can now try and get rid of this. Okay, huge fatty coming our way. No, I think it's time to walk around. Do we want to? I don't think so. Now we might want to do this. If we activated this one... In any case, we want another card, so... Oh, we could also do that. No, we want another card. And we want to buff Akawali. So there's a dead weight. If we activate our land, can they block the land with a 7/7? Then Akawali is 8/8 trample, which could be blocked like this. Then they get 5 and another 6 in the air, which would kill them. And so this does look very nice, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Activate. Attack with these. So we have discerned that they cannot not block, right? So we might send them all in. If I've calculated this correctly, Caverns Stomper has to block Akawali. Opponent seems to have come to the same conclusion. That doesn't work. I mean, then you're dead, so that's a legit play. Phew. What a fight. We won against the opponent who said GG 5 turns ago. After top decking a third Petrify. Yeah, that was really an interesting game. And I think we won it on the back of the journal, which was just the right answer against all the Petrify stuff. That's... Again, awkward mana. Oh no, not awkward mana, we have a Swamp Cycler. I didn't say anything, this is perfect mana. Perfect, because I can play creature on turn 2, but apart from that, it's kinda nice. Now we can even play a creature on turn 2. The question is if that is important enough. I don't think so. Capybara doesn't apply that much pressure. That Evangelist is really reliable. It really feels like it would thank us for a special attack. The journal. Would that be... yeah. Definitely take that trade. It's a tapped land. So we can do 2 2-drops next round. Or the punch spell. If we draw an untapped land, we can even do 2-drop and punch spell. But yeah, I don't really feel the need to punch anything at the moment. This might change. Alright, so this looks very much like we just play Capybara and Deathcap Marionette. And this land. And we go full swing. Milling reanimation spell was not part of the deal. So, no -2/-2 on our team. That's good. Is our opponent dead? No, doesn't seem so. If Capybara gets one bigger, then it deals 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm 1 damage short. Probably that's not the biggest of issues. Let's sacrifice this thing. And sweet finish. If they have a mass removal, we have mana to still win next round. Then it gives my wingspan catching up with me. My board quizzical locks and conceits. That's nice. Then we are 3-1, I think. Yes. Well, that does work decently. I would guess that our deck is moderately good, so I would hope that we reach 5 wins or something with it. I don't think it's a 7 wins deck, but then again, the format is fresh. My skill to predict results is not honed yet for this. For the first time, this looks like... No, this is the first black-green hand. Right, they reveal a trick to me. Sure, show me your tricks. Yeah. Let's first get some stuff on the board. No, we are not blocking. And I think now we have got to kill some stuff. I think we just get rid of both. Dispose of this. Dispose of this. Attack. And we need to draw some business. That's not business. I could trade Akawali with the mine card, and I think that's fine given that we have a second Akawali in our deck. And we don't have much grave filling business. Ooh. I didn't realize that they have this pit. This is a catastrophe. Was that the land that they have revealed? Then this was a huge misplay on my side. I thought this was the sacrifice and put 2+1/+1 counters on a creature land. Ugh. This is getting out of hand. A fight spell that the opponent knows. Well... I don't think so. That's too easy to play around. I have to admit, what the opponent does is better than what we do. I guess this is just superior. So let's try to identify the reason we did draw slightly too many lands, and the opponent just had the better draw. There's not much else that we can... Oh, we got to trade this, right? They have another reason. Drawing another land probably kills us as well. If there is anything that can get us back, then it's probably this thing. I can trade this. Closets. That's not too bad. So we can play a 5-drop. Oh, it doesn't need to target, I just get the menu. So my opponent can equip the creature and attack for 6. Which means I don't have any reasonable block. So I probably just won't. Let's get this one. Do think we want this here. And then we can attack and put a plus counter on this one. So it's desperate. And we die to almost any removal or combat trick. But we're still alive. That's only creatures. That's good. Now we can cast the black guy from the graveyard and do some nasty swing. And even play deadweight afterwards. So let's do this. Oh, damn it. Now we cannot trigger it anymore. Then we do want to swing with only one creature, I think. And it's still this one because the other one does do better blockings. The question is, if this one attacks, my opponent does, then my opponent has to block. If they do a double block, then I can kill both with a deadweight. But I get a backswing from this, which is although not lethal. Yeah, I think that's good. Of course, I might just jump. So what happens if I play deadweight on this one? Then I can re-equip. And that doesn't matter much. I think I'll do that. Just Still dead to a removal spell. We did it! Nice! Oh gosh. I thought this game was the lostest game ever. Well, again, the journal, or in this case, it was rather the tomb of... What that little guy's name? Arklazots. Well, that was a victory that I didn't see coming. Now we can... Yes, it's Arklazots. Beautiful name. We only have forests. Can only play in equipment that doesn't do anything. So let's mulligan. That gets us green mana. It's slow, but I think we can keep this. Get rid of one Akawali, because it's legendary in any case. So we gain 1 life and draw a card when it dies. Also when it's exiled from the battlefield during crafting. Let's speed things up. I don't have any secrets here. Normally, of course, I would wait until the end of my opponent's turn, but since Arena prompts me to stop, and I have the fetch land open, I drew the unprofessional. That's good for me that I don't have many artifacts, so I just play Akawali into 4-drop, into 5-drop, and potentially 6-drop, and see where this gets us. Fall for flying was not really part of my plan. Two lands on top were also not part of my plan, but at least I know now that the Spike Tail will be not cycled. That's a goodie. It's probably better than alternatives. I mean, it's a guardian of the Great Door, it's not a defeater of the Great Dinosaur, so I have to be precise here. Death Touch, Scorpion, and of course, stupid. Get that one in. It's not as jumpable as the X-Jaw. So let's play this one first and pump it next round. And be happy. No attacks. Hey, there is our good friend again. Send in the clowns. Do we send in another clown? No, I don't think so. So I think that's a jump that I can live with. Ooh. That's bad. Yeah, we can obviously not really block this. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I think we're up for a race now. We have to... shrink this. And knock on the door. We just swing with everything. We can play our second Akawali and the journal post-combat if we want. So that should be fine. So journal, sacrifice first Akawali, play second Akawali. Waka waka. Exactly what we're going to do then. No, it intercept. So it really does what you wish to keep. So I think my opponent won't have time to deal with my journal because they have to put something on the board, I guess. That's a goodie. Every single one of our creatures is lethal. They can trade one. I have to jump the rest. I don't die on the rebeats. That does look good. What would I do if they attacked me now? I think I would block. Because losing against a random +2/+2 spell would be disappointing at this point. So they can play both Market Gnome and do the Discovery. Resplendent Angel. Holy shit. But it doesn't. Because it's lethal on the board now. Do you see this the same way I do? You do! Middle of the month and still only platinum. I was really fed up with the previous format, so I didn't play a lot this month. But the way that LCI feels at the moment, this might be a format that I play more of. Well, I cannot say that I didn't try Wilds of Eldraine that often. I just sucked. This hand is interesting. I will try this. If I don't draw any business, I might do a very hasty discard hand. Reanimate Stamper, but it's not really reanimation. It's cast from the grave. That doesn't get me anywhere. No, this hand doesn't work out well. I should have mulliganed, I think. Impressive. Got a feel of the old Ixalan. Oh no! Ah, that's a card. I want to discard a swap. It's not overly impressive. It's all a bit too slow and too small on my side. Okay. Was briefly thinking of sacrificing the Marionette for 1 extra damage and 1 more card, but with yes, I was thinking that maybe there would be big creatures on the opponent's side, so decided against it. Tapped land. For all the things. Let's just hope that there are some more lands on my opponent's hand, because if all of these are spells, it will be difficult. Guess this has to be fine. I'm just dead, right? I'm just dead. Yeah, this was too slow. And, mulligan decision, which was not taking a mulligan, was wrong. There was just no business on the hand. And the journal alone doesn't do much. So I should have definitely not done that. This looks good. I'll keep this. Soul Cleaver. How do you cleave souls? Apparently with a device like this. Why did someone paint the raccoon? I mean, that's not the natural fur color, right? different triggers when it's not equipped. Interesting. Green-black explore. I'm getting Ixalan standard constructed flashbacks. So if they offered, I would trade, I guess. With all the 3 drops in my hand, I don't have a time frame to equip the cleaver. So I say, show me your tricks. Oh, let's trade. The tricks of the trade. Mushrooms. Spongy mushrooms. Seems I've done something unexpected. I indeed did. Maybe I do have a time frame after all. Let's have a look. We need to get this somewhere else. Yeah, no, it was not the most elegant way to play this. My COVID-ridden brain still isn't fully functional. But I don't want to use that as an excuse. I think we just play Akawali and attack with a lifelink flyer. I don't want to block in any case. Next round potentially something along the lines in the presence of ages and see what happens. Please not the 6 mana 7/7 dinosaur. There's some graveyard rummaging going on. Well, that's not fair. That's absolutely fair. That's not fair. Oh, that's interesting. This way I can counter their strike with my strike. Damn it. I should still have attacked with a lifelink flyer. think Akawali is still not willing to do anything. Let's have a look. Okay, that's a land and a creature. That's about okay. Yeah, trading Akawali against both creatures would be utterly fine for me. Since I have a second one in my hand, but my opponent also knows that I have a second one in my hand. And then after combat I can play Scavenger into the white creature. 1, 2, 3. This one down. This one up. And this one down. That's a goodie, I guess. Let's mill some cards. And then Akawali is still fine with trades. This is just going to be a huge swing. And yeah, definitely the Evangelist was absolutely worth the splash. Keto didn't know. Alright, that works better than expected. I called somewhere midway that I would be happy with 5 victories. Now we have 6. And we even have the grand final. One more game and either end 6-3 or 7-2. Both would be very satisfactory for this. Not my first draft on Arena, but the first one I record, so. This hand. It's a bit difficult. But it's not impossible. I guess I'll keep it. Can play Cleaver on 1, land on 2. The question is only, do I want Swamp or Plains? If I don't draw any lands, I need to get Swamp. If I draw lands... It's just a swamp. Swamp and swamp now. This is a good card. That's a good card as well. The good thing is, I think they have to take the battle glyph, which makes my play a bit more easy. Top deck land, that's good. That's a constructed worthy start here. Another land, that's also good. Then I can play Marinette, mill, play, equip, attack. I would double block the Menace guy. I am ready. I'm not ready anymore. Well, that was too much. I guess we're done. Let's see if we're done. Maybe it's not that bad. It's quite bad. And I can still sacrifice their Stalker to kill the bat. I cannot block anything with the Marinette without also killing the bat. That's not good. I cannot block here. That's not the worst of draws. Maybe we do have a slight chance. But the Stalker is a problem. Because our survival depends on the deep cavern bet. And so I have to have the equipment on that bet. But it doesn't help us when they sacrifice the Stalker and kill the bat. But at least I think I've stopped the floor assault now. I did indeed. So I could also double block his bat. No, I just jumped that one. Because now they have to activate the Stalker in response. Once it has the second toughness, it will get another toughness when they sacrifice the Stalker. Unfortunately, they didn't realize this. Alright, that's bad. I was hoping that they maybe don't realize this. This doesn't help. I guess. No, we're dead. There's nothing we can do against the flyers. Nope. I think, at least, I don't know if their deck was better, but at least their draw was better than mine. And yeah, the bat was really hurtful. The bat, yeah, the start, the one drop rare into the bat was really kind of annoying. But still, 6-3 is very, very nice for this Abzan Golgari grindy pile, which was not the only Abzan Golgari grindy pile that was drafted on my table, so I'm kind of happy with the result. So, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more LCI draft content, and also for Wingspan content and maybe other content, like Terraforming Master Thumb is something which I'm currently considering to record for YouTube. And thank you for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.